The next screencast is for the man robbing the bank, trying to escape from a 5-story building to a 4-story building. 5 stories is roughly 15.24 meters, and 4 stories is 12.19 meters. We are asked to find the maximum distance the two buildings can be apart from each other, and the final velocity of the man once he landed onto the other building. So first I listed my knowns, which were height equals 15.24 meters, and height of the second building is 12.12 meters. The difference between those is 3.04 meters, and the angle of which the man jumped onto the other building was 10 degrees at an initial velocity of 10.5. The acceleration in the x direction is 0, and the acceleration in the y direction is 9.8 meters per second squared. Unknown is v final and the max length for the distance between the two buildings. So from there, I set up the equation x equals v initial in the x, the square root of 2 times the height divided by gravity. So I plugged in the variables and I got x equals 10.3 times the square root of 3.048 times 2 divided by 9.8, which equals 8.12 meters for the maximum distance between the two buildings for the man to successfully land. So the v final in the x is 10.3 and the v final in the y is 1.82 meters. So to find the v final for both of them combined, I had to first find time. So I took the main equation, x equals x initial plus v initial times time. Rearrange that and equals t equals distance minus x initial over v initial x. So t equals 8.12 divided by 10.3, which gives you 0.78 seconds. From there, v initial x, oh no, I apologize, vy equals v initial minus gt. So from there I plugged in 1.82 minus negative 9.8 times 0.7, got 1.82 plus 7.64 equals 9.4 meters per second, which is the v final in the y direction. And from there, I already had the x direction, so which was 10.3 meters. I took, using Pythagorean theorem, I took 9.4 meters per second and squared that, and multiplied that by 10.3 squared which would equal 195.58 meters per second squared. Then after squaring that, or taking the square root of that, I'm sorry, not squared, taking the square root of that, I got 13.9 meters per second, which is your v final as a vector quantity, going down southeast of the horizon, horizontal, from this graph right here. And here's all my work. I just didn't know how to explain it. Yeah, showing. So I just read off everything I basically had written down. So I found my 8.12 meters as the maximum distance, and the V final, which is 13.98 meters per second. I'm still confused about how to name the vector quantity as in the direction of it, but I'm just sticking with southeast of the horizontal from the jump.